Yo, welcome to another episode of Bringing the Business, man. BC and Nick, man, is your Bringing the Business crew. Obviously, we bring the business on YouTube, man. Bringing the business on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, man. As long as they allow us to bring it on TikTok, we still don't know what's
Yeah,
going on with that, man. But just check us out, like, subscribe, share, comment, tell a friend about it. Hey, man, I want to vent for a minute, man. I got something to say real quick, right?
go ahead, go ahead.
Well, not necessarily vent, but I got a point I just thought about. I was actually in the shower this morning after so I didn't watch the Lakers game last night, but I got up this morning, obviously checked the score, checked the box score and watched all the highlights, right?
Okay, wait. Well, first of all, before you say that, because I watched the draft, so I ain't know the Lakers played. They
Yeah, they
so
lost.
who
They lost.
they
They lost. They lost again last night. So they down 3-0. So that's 11 straight. So that's why I didn't watch them either, because I was watching the draft as well.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I missed the Lakers game as well. But so looking at all those stuff, you know what I'm saying? I've been watching them over the time, whatever, and also watching Phoenix and stuff. At this point of their career, LeBron and Kevin Durant, right? This is my thoughts on those two.
Mm-hmm.
They're either empty calorie superstars. Because if you think about it, both of them still damn near averaging 30, 27, 26, whatever it is. So they both putting up damn near 30 on the end, and they pretty much efficient. You know what I'm saying? What they scoring or whatever. So they're either empty calorie superstars or they're glorified role players. And I'm gonna tell you why I say this. Again, they both putting up 25 to 27 points, right? On in the efficient rate, right? But look what both of them is. Both of them barely squeaking into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Both of them still, barely squeaking into the playoffs, even with them putting up those type of numbers, right? Both of them on the verge. LeBron on the verge of getting swept. KD down 0-2. He still got a lot because he still got to go back home. So they could turn this series around or whatever. So this may be a slightly premature, you know what I'm saying? Because he got to wait, he could turn the series around. Both of them on the verge or possibly can lose in round one of the playoffs after putting up these great numbers this year, right? Both of them squeaking into the playoffs, right? Both of them have superstars or star players to play with, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they still at the bottom of the playoff race. You know what I'm saying? They still on the verge of going home first round with putting up these numbers, right? But if you take so that's the empty calorie superstar part because it's not affecting winning. And if you watch both of their games, like I said, I've been watching. Last Sunday, I believe it was, the talk was how Ant-Man was cooking KD defensively. Remember that? He was cooking them. So he's not playing great defense. I'm watching Brian, bro. He falls asleep so much on defensive assignments, and you know what I'm saying? I know he's in year 20 or whatever, but I'm talking about like falling asleep where they backdoor cutting you or they, you know what I'm saying? So both of them are not they're not playing great defense. So you're hurting your team defense. You're hurting your team defensively. So that's that. But if you take both of them right now and you put them on a ready-made team, right? You put them, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Milwaukee has struggled this year due to their standards that we expected them coming in with Dame and Giannis, right?
Right.
So, I know Giannis is hurt, but even if Giannis is not hurt, some people didn't have him winning the championship due to their struggles. But if you take Middleton off that team and you put KD on that team, you put LeBron on that team, you now have a championship team. They're role players at that point. They're glorified role players at that point. If you put them with a whip, they can put you over the top. But if you put them where they have to, with another superstar in the positions that they're in now, they win you nothing. They just look good statistically, but their teams are winning nothing.
I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, I think because to be able to put up 20 some, 30 some points in the league is tough. You know
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying? Especially at the age that they are, it's tough.
Correct?
So I feel like they just don't got the right pieces around them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like. I mean, I feel like so with LeBron, of course, LeBron should not be your number one option right now in year 20, regardless of how many numbers he's putting up. AD should be your number one option. You
Hmm.
should run an offense through AD, but you also got to have shooters around. You know what I'm saying? That's why you brought in the Gabe Vincent, who didn't play this year. That's why you paid Austin Reeves that money because he's supposed to help take off the ball handling from LeBron and he's a good shooter. Your defense it was not really relying on LeBron like that no more. That's why you signed back Vanderbilt. That's why you gave Hachimura that money. You know what I'm saying, for his offense, his defense. It's like you got to put pieces around them because yes, they do have miles on them. So, but I wouldn't say role player because a role player ain't gonna give you the numbers that they give you and the
But
efficiency that they give you.
you have to put them in a whip situation right now for
I
them to
don't know if
win.
you I don't know if you got to put them in a whip, but you definitely got to have a better team around. Like I mean, think about it like this: like if KD still put up his numbers, but
Hmm.
D Book ain't putting up the number he's supposed to put up because he getting handled in these playoffs. If Bill ain't putting up the numbers that he's supposed to put up, you know what I'm saying? And if they not gelling together like they supposed to because they ain't played no games with each other. You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
but you can't take KD off the list because KD scored 18 points last game.
No, I'm not taking him off the list.
You know, I'm just
He
saying,
didn't
like
play what
you
he's
play,
supposed to.
you only scored 18 points as well, right? And
Right.
see, this is why I'm not giving no passes either, because coming into the season, when we found out that they added Bradley Beal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Vegas, the shows you watch, the barbershop that you in, the people that you talking to, have Phoenix like it's one of the favorites to win it all. Knowing what they had and didn't have, right? You knew at
Mm-hmm.
that point that they didn't have no defenders. You knew at that point that they didn't have no point guard. You knew all of this at that point. But just due to them names, hey, they championship favorites. So
Yeah, I
now,
didn't think
when you,
so.
I know you probably didn't, but I'm saying
Yeah.
you know a lot
Yeah.
of people thought that they were championship favorites due to what you already knew. So you knew
Right.
they didn't have no defenders, you knew they didn't have no bench, you knew they ain't had no point guard. But hell no, them three good enough to get it done, or make a far run, even if you didn't think they was gonna win it all. But I think like with Vegas, they had like the second or third best odds to win it all. So
But see,
now, when it don't
go ahead.
happen, or when they look this bad, or when they're on the verge of losing in the first round, don't tell me about what they don't have when you knew all of this at the beginning, when you had them ranked so high. I don't want to
But
hear that.
I know I agree with you what you're saying as far as what they felt, you know what I'm saying, based off of the names. But here's my thinking. My thinking is this. You still got to play the games.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Because I pattern into this. If I told you right now that tomorrow a Dodge Charger SRT gonna be in a race with a Nissan Sentra, man, that motherfucker Dodge. I'm put my money on the Dodge, I'm good. Motherfucker, they still got a race. Anything can happen in the race. The engine can blow. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen in the race. So it's like you can say these names, and then because of the names, like yeah. And for me, I always caution myself on that because that's what media does. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, KD, Bradley Beal, D Book. Oh hell, that's a whip right there. You know what I'm saying? That's three players. You know what I'm saying? Now, because like we talked about yesterday, because the league is on who can score the most points, but you still got to play defense
Right.
because the other team can outscore you. Even if you score 150, if you allow them to score 170, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, so to go back to what you were saying with KD and or if we just talking about the Phoenix Suns right now, I didn't really have them high. You know what I'm saying? Just based off of who their names was because they still got to play together. They still got to gain chemistry. And then throughout the year, when I seen like they ain't really playing together. Bill hurt, then D Book get hurt. Then you know what I'm saying? Like the only consistent piece that was playing was KD.
And if you take a like, I understand that Bron is in year 20, right? And that's why I say what I say. I'm not saying he's that glorified that empty calorie superstar or that glorified role player his career. I'm saying right now, because if you put 2015, 2016, obviously beyond,
Oh yeah.
earlier, if you put that Bron with this team now, even the deficiencies that they have, you put him with the AD that's playing the way that he's playing, and the role players that you do have, you're gonna see a different result when they come to winning.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
at this point, I'm not saying that as far as his career, but at this point in his career, he can't impact winning. He's not gonna impact winning like he did. But if you swap him right now, like I keep saying, with the failures that Milwaukee has, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not speaking, I know Giannis is down, but if you put him right now with that Milwaukee team who has failed this year, come to the standards, you know what I'm saying, with what people thought Dame and Giannis was going to be. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And Pat Connaughton, them people saying that they lost their grit and they, you know what I'm saying, they not that lockdown defensive team and all that shit, right? So they've kind of failed compared to what they were supposed to be as well. If
Mm-hmm.
you take Chris Middleton off of that team and you put LeBron in his space, that's a championship team. That's
Yeah,
a
because
championship team. If you
so
put
do you
KD in that
pattern that?
space, that's a championship team.
But do you
They
pattern
need
that?
that type of situation to win now.
But isn't it just putting the right pieces around them, or you just, or you know what I'm
No,
saying?
they have to have souped up pieces, is what I'm telling you. I don't think that you could just put any. I'm trying to think. Okay, Phoenix is lacking defense, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you could take Eric Gordon off that team and put Patrick Beverly on that team and then make a difference.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think
Yeah.
you could just go put some defensive players on that team and all of a sudden make a difference. No, I think they need some souped up pieces at this point of their careers.
So you trying to say right now they too old to carry the team by themselves?
Correct. Correct. And I don't know, like LeBron obviously is too old. I don't know what it is.
KD ain't too far behind them. Too.
Right, but I don't know what, maybe it is too old or whatever like that. But they don't, even though their numbers look good individually, they don't impact winning like they once did. They don't
I
impact
mean,
winning.
shit.
Like, one thing, and even from a leadership standpoint. Now, Mike and Kobe, if you was garbage, they was like, get this motherfucker up out of here. Right? They
Mm-hmm.
wasn't playing. They wasn't playing with no garbage, or you know what I'm saying. Or if you was a hoe or whatever like that, they weren't gonna take the time to deal
Mm-hmm.
with you. You know what I'm saying? Kwame Brown talk about how he damaged now due to how Mike and Kobe kind of treated him. Seriously, he talked about that.
No, I know. I'm just laughing, but yeah, I know.
Ron used to take the time to play with that garbage. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would still be productive with trash, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
'Cause you get what
yeah,
I'm saying, though. Not
yeah,
so good players. He would still go deep into playoff runs or whatever
yeah.
with that with them not so good pieces. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? The only time Mo Williams ever made an All-Star game was with Bron. You know what I'm saying? After that, he fell off. He won shit before then. Like, Bron used to make players look better than they was. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? he no longer has that ability. And I understand it's due to age and everything, so I'm not knocking him, but he don't have that ability anymore to affect games like he once was able to do. You know what I'm
I
saying? You
mean,
can't expect no
not on a consistent basis.
you can't expect
He
no man been in the league 20 years to still sit in that chair defensively like he used to.
yeah, nah.
Or like you know what I'm saying? So he's not affecting, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm watching the game. I'm watching the highlights. Last night I just watched, this morning I got up and watched the highlights from last night's game. And Aaron Gordon, them back cutting and doing whatever. And you look up, who right there? It's him. You know what I'm saying? He fall asleep
I
on
ain't
them.
laughing, bro. I'm just saying.
Go. You could go on YouTube and just watch the 9-minute highlight of last night's game. And when you see them backdoor cuts and dunks and all that, look and see who right there. Look and see who right there.
Yeah.
He can't.
I might check it out.
Yeah, and like I say, to his defense, man, that man been in the league 20, 21 years, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling
21.
you, he don't affect it like he used to.
Yeah. I mean, but you know what? I'm not gonna say I disagree with you on that because, like you say, man, after 21 years in the league, bro, like I mean, the fact that he's still putting up the numbers he's putting up is impressive.
Of
But for
course.
you to think that he gonna take over games like he did in 2015 and when he first came in the league, shit like that, you fooling yourself, bro. He'll tell you himself that with the miles he got on his body, bro. Man, he almost done. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he's still doing it at the level he's doing it is impressive. But you know what? But thinking about what you said though, as we talking about it, I mean, maybe that would be the next move for him or KD. Like you got to put him on a squad where if you that's what you looking for, like you looking for that one more chip or whatever. You know what I'm saying? KD is third, and for Brian would be his fifth for him to kind of match Kobe. For you to get to that spot, you probably gonna have to do that then.
Yeah, they can't carry them lows no more.
Yeah, you gonna fuck around and see Brian on, like you say, a Milwaukee or you know what I'm saying, or put that motherfucker on the OKC or something. You know what I'm saying? Put him on a team who got the youth to kind of run and shit, you know, and you know, and then he that complimentary piece who I hate to say that.
Yeah,
you know
but that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
You're gonna have to do that.
That's what it is. He can't say this. Like back when in 13, 14, 15, whatever like that. The disaster season that they had the last year and a half with Russell Westbrook, right?
Mm-hmm.
That younger Bron could have still savaged that season or made, could have played with Russ, put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even though they don't mesh due to their games, because they both need the ball, everything like that. That younger Bron who knew how to get up and down that floor and slash and do this, whatever, he could have played with him. But now he slowed down and he got to play his game a certain way or whatever like that. It's only certain pieces he could play with, bro. You know what I'm saying? Only certain players that he could play with. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying what I'm saying now is not a career long thing. I'm saying at this present moment, I don't think them guys can carry no loads. You know what I'm saying? I think they're going to put up their numbers and do it efficiently and everything like that, but it's not going to affect winning like it once did.
So you could pattern that to Mike when he was with the Wizards.
Yes.
Because Mike was still putting up 20-some points a game.
Yeah, but it wasn't affecting winning.
Playoff, no team, you know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. But, he's putting up numbers. Like, he's getting it. Because think about this. When you're a savvy veteran, you know how to get your points. You know what I'm saying? You know how to, get to your spots and all that shit because you were playing the game long enough. But
let me ask you a question. Go ahead. What year was that when Mike was with the Wizards?
Yeah, don't get me the line. I know early 2000s, something like that.
Right. Okay, so let me ask you a question. First of all, we need the year. Hold on. Because I got a question for you. 100% correct with what you're saying. Okay. So Mike was with the Wizards. Mike was with the Wizards in 01 to 03. Right. So
Mm-hmm.
01 to 03, then was the Lakers winning the chips, right? Because the Lakers won 2000, 2001, 2002.
Okay.
So 03 was the Spurs, right? Okay. I think, okay, let me give you one. Even though Mike wasn't Mike, right? In 2000, remember 2000, the Lakers came back and beat Portland in game 7?
Mm-hmm.
I think, okay, and I'm a year early because Mike came back the following year. So I'm actually a year early, but I'm just
Yeah.
hypothetically speaking, just giving an example.
Right.
If you would have took Mike and you took Bonzi Wells off that Portland team and you put Mike on there, and
Oh, they would have won it.
Portland up 15 with
Yeah.
3 minutes, whatever minute. You remember they had that big lead
Yeah.
and Shaq came back and walked them down and won the
Yeah.
series in game 7?
Yeah.
If you would have took that Mike who couldn't impact winning with Washington, but you put him on that Portland team that was right there when that was whatever, they win.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, they win.
Yeah. I get. Like I said, when we first started talking about it, yeah, I was kind of in a disagreement with you. But thinking about it, I mean, I understand where you're coming from, and I agree because at this age, and it's no, like you said, it's no knock to their careers
Right. I ain't talking
because
career. I'm talking about,
yeah, because in their career, overall, yeah, they killers. That's what
right.
they've been. You know what I'm saying? They first ballot Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? All of that. But at this point, they can't carry no team.
No.
Because think about this. Carrying the team isn't just about scoring.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So what Bron did when he was carrying the team, like he was all over the place. He blocking
Correct.
shots. He's, so he running the passing lanes and all type. You know what I'm saying? He did multiple things that affect the winning of the team. Right now, just because you got over 40% in 3-pointers now, tail end of your career, yeah, you can slash a little bit here and there, but you can see he's picking spots.
Right.
Like he's not the young LeBron that he used to be, which I mean, Father Time, like regardless of what people say, like, man, yeah, he's still doing it, but we are seeing right now that Father Time is undefeated
Mm-hmm.
because he still looks good for a 40-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so in average standards of a 40-year-old, yes, he looks immaculate.
Yes.
But when you going up against 20-some-year-olds who can run up and down that court and really don't get tired, it's showing. And the same thing with KD. KD is an efficient scorer, but can he do what he did when he was in OKC?
And
No.
you got to guard. They putting them on that young dog, Ant-Man, and all that type of shit. Like you can't fuck with them. You can't fuck with them young dogs like that.
Well, why you got him sticking him?
Because
Bro,
everybody else tried it too. So you get some of this work too.
Bro, you can't have him on Ant, bro.
Yeah.
You can't have, bro. That's just like me and you at 44 trying to stick a motherfucker who's 17 years old who can jump out the gym and nigga, we gonna test something.
Yeah.
Trying to stick them young dude, no.
But I think that was just a matter of shit. Your turn, you tried. Cause like he was cooking Book, he was cooking Bill. He like, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe we put some length on him. Let's see if your length will bother him. You know
You
what
gotta
I'm
put
saying?
some
Like,
youth
I think,
though, bro.
yeah.
You
But the
gotta put
youth, he
some
cooking. But that's the problem. He cooking the youth. He was cooking Booker, who, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So I'm cooking the youth too.
how many years Book got in the league? At least about 7, right?
Yeah, about 6 or 7 or something.
Ant got 3.
But still, let me see how old Devin Booker is. Still at that age.
I mean, I'm not saying he should be able to stick him, but I'm just saying if Book can't stick him,
Booker 27, G.
right? But if Book can't stick him, you know damn well at what 30-some years old, 35 or what are you 35? It ain't no way in hell KD sticking him. First of all, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. KD ain't never been a defensive specialist.
Right. So
It ain't.
Ant-Man 22.
Yeah, I mean, but I get it. Like him, D Book should be able to stick him. At least stay with him.
Right.
Nigga at 35, you sticking a 22-year-old?
They
Nigga,
got
you
that
got a
shit.
century over in age over him. It's no
I
way.
mean, a decade. He got a decade on him.
You're right. He got
Over
a
a
decade on
decade.
the dude. My thing is this, B. He ain't never been a defensive stopper
Right.
anyway. He making blocks some shots, get some rebounds.
Yeah.
He ain't never been no lockdown defender. And you putting this man on a dog. There's no way, bro.
But that's the same thing. That's the same thing with Bron. Like Aaron Gordon, them ain't no offensive juggernauts, but them young active motherfuckers, G. Like they young. Like Bron would have shut that shit down years ago.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, for sure,
You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? You wasn't getting them backdoor cussing them lobs and all that shit on him years
Nah,
ago. You
nah.
know what I'm saying? So he would have shut that down. But the fact now, he's not able to do that. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, you remember 2011, 12, whatever that was, when he was sitting in that chair against Rose. When Rose was, they used a lot of trapping and help, but the fact that
Yeah,
he would sit there in front of a Derrick Rose and be somewhat effective, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying, come playoff time.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that shit now. Like
Nah,
them young boys, you know what I'm saying? Like
they
a
going
Derrick
past
Rose,
it.
a De'Aaron Fox or a Shea Gilgeous-Alexander or whatever, they blowing right past his ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At this point.
And like I said, it ain't no knock to him because like somebody will get a sound bite of this and think like we bashing Bron or we bashing KD. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't even that. It's just that at like you said, at this point in their career,
Yeah, they can't be.
when
They can't.
you playing against people you damn near 20 years older than, bro. Some people you probably are 20 years older than them.
Bron, especially.
Yes, like it's no knock to you, but it's no way. You know what I'm saying? You got to use what you know here to try to stop certain things, like it, because your athleticism against somebody who you damn near they damn near half your age. It's not happening.
But again, if you take Middleton off and you put Bron in that spot, his wisdom, his ability to pick different spots of the game to take over or whatever like that will push that team over the top.
Yeah.
You
What
know
would
what
you
I'm
put
saying?
KD?
I mean, if you put him in the same type of situation, if you take Middleton team and you put KD in that spot with Giannis and Dame, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
But with Middleton, that team is underachieving. You know what I'm saying? But you put a KD there, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a Golden State situation all over again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Let me think of another one. You take you go back to OKC and you take they got them young boys over there. I ain't gonna even say you keep Chet Holmgren, and you keep SGA and what's the other Giddy or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Josh Giddy
Yeah.
or one of them Williams boys, whatever.
Yeah.
Who they play very well together. You take one of them off and you put KD in that spot with Shea and Chet Holmgren and all that, and then you just let KD they're a championship team.
Yeah.
Or you put Bron in that spot, they're a championship team.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
but the pressure is not on them two at that point. That's why I
Right.
said glorified role player. Ain't no pressure on them at that point because them young guns is doing whatever, and we
Yeah.
just using
They
your
doing the heavy lifting.
wisdom. We using your wisdom and your efficiency and you know what I'm saying, and your skill at that point when we need it, basically. Because them
Yeah.
young boys is getting up and down the court. They the ones who playing the defense. They the ones who running on the breaks and doing all that shit. They, like you just said, they doing the heavy lifting at that point.
Right. Yeah.
These guys
I
can't do
mean,
that. They can't do that heavy lifting no more, bro.
yeah.
And it's
You know
showing.
what? I agree. No, I'm just saying, I agree. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, initially when we first started talking about it, I didn't agree because I guess, you always get to thinking about like down in the older player or whatever like
Yeah.
that. So I guess like my mind kind of went there. But when now as we talking about it, like, man, I can't do nothing to agree with you because you can't really argue with it because the numbers don't lie. Like I can say, well, they still putting up they still putting up 30-point. Woo. Yeah, but they in the play-in though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they about to get knocked out the first round for the most part.
You
Like,
would have never thought both of these teams. I know KD and them still got some breath in them because they ain't been home yet. You know what I'm saying? So they still got a chance to even the series and win the series. The series ain't over. But Brian them, that shit over with. You know
yeah,
what I'm
it's over,
saying?
bro.
But you couldn't when the season started. If I told you, Nick, I put a hundred, I put $100 to your 20 that Finn is going out first round. Now or I'd have told you either way. Like either way, you wouldn't have bet that Phoenix was going out first round.
Probably not.
You know what
Probably
I'm
not.
saying? No, you probably wouldn't have bet that they're gonna win the championship.
Right
But
now.
you ain't like first round. Oh hell no, they ain't going out first round. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you saw the team that they had, because I would have said they ain't going out first round. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh hell no, no, I ain't got them winning it all. Or I ain't got them coming out the West, but they ain't going out first round.
Right. At
You
least
know
don't
what
make
I'm saying?
that past the first round. Yeah.
Well, if I told you the Lakers was gonna win 11 straight to Denver, you'd have told me hell no. You know what I'm saying? You probably would have bet that they was gonna beat them in a series, but you wouldn't have said they was gonna lose no 11 straight.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm taking that bet any day, man. I bet you. Well, come on, hell
Right.
yeah, I take that bet. Niggas ain't finna lose no 11 straight to them people, man.
Hey. Yeah. Hey, you still got to
11,
suit up and play, goddamn it. Yeah, that's
11, G.
nigga, that's tough. Hey, at this point, like we talked the other day, at this point, man, you in the locker room, like, hey, we done tried everything. You know, I mean, when you lose 11 straight, dude, like 11 straight games, bro, to the same team, bro, like you said, at this point, I mean, I don't,
Hey, I remember when I was like 15, 16. You coming into your own, man. I'm playing football. I joined the wrestling team right at the J.
yeah,
So I knew a couple of little moves. So I got one of my big homies. He be on the page on the. We debate on the page all the time. So I know he gonna see this video. We laugh and joke about this over the years. So he's like 6 years older than me. So if I'm 15, he like 21. If I'm 16, he
mhm,
like 22 or some shit. So I came in the hood, man. I knew I'm on the wrestling team and all this shit, right? So we get in the grass. So first, one of the other guys get in the grass. One of the other big homies in the league. He in the hood. He probably like 2-3 years older than me though. So I
mhm,
get him. You know what I'm saying? With these little moves I get. I get him. Fold him up like a transformer. You know what I'm saying? So I
right,
get my man. Like, all right, now I'm ready for the big. Man, the man had some little move where he knew he had a neck lock where somehow or another he can get me back here by the neck and control me and do it. Man, we wrestled back then an hour or two. I could not get that motherfucker for nothing. I'm talking about I shoot his leg, and he somehow or another get me in that same fucking move, bro. And we laugh about that shit to this day. Like I couldn't fuck with that man, G, because of it. Because of
right,
it, you know what I'm saying. I'm like, man, I sat there in the pride in me and the whatever in me wouldn't let me stop and chill, whatever. And man just
yeah,
kept getting me in the same fucking mood, man. And so I'm just saying that with them. Like I know they like, God damn, man. No matter what we try, these motherfuckers just get it. Like we up 20, they come back and beat us. They blow us out some games. Some games is tight all the way to the wire. They figure out a way to beat. Like when somebody just like, God damn, like everything I try, this motherfucker get me in this neck move. You know what I'm saying?
don't work. It just don't work. as we seeing, that's what it is. Like you said, some teams just got your number, B. Obviously, I mean it's obvious at this point. If you played them 11 games and all 11 games, it's been all different situations though.
Right.
But in all of those situations, they come out with the dub. Oh man, at this point, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. Like I said, Brian got to have a game, and we just talked about this though. Brian got to have a game, and at this point, he really ain't that player no more.
How demoralizing is this? Or what? Okay, how demoralizing? And do they need? Okay, just say they're gonna lose the series, right? We already know they're gonna lose the series.
Yeah.
With winning one game, like give you some hope, or like how demoralizing is it if they sweep you? Like you got to give one to them. Like
twice though.
But does it change if the Lakers get one game opposed to getting swept? Does your something change in you if you like, okay, fuck it, we got one game out of 13, or is that different than losing 12 straight or 1 in 13? Like, is that a difference?
I mean, it is, but not that much. It ain't really that much. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just like that's
is it
just
a
like
boost
you giving
at
the
all?
ball. I mean, I guess to you, to your ego, I guess. But think about it like this, B. That's just like we playing ball and you pass the ball to me 20 times. Out of 20 times, nigga, I hit one shot, B. Like, I mean, yeah, it's cool. I hit that one shot, but you like, damn, nigga, out of 20 times, my G, like for real, nigga, like, I mean.
So that one ain't gonna boot. It ain't gonna give you nothing.
No, B, no. I mean, you just, I mean, at that point, you lucked up and got one. You know what I'm saying? You lucked up and got one at that point, like, because obviously you really can't beat them. You know, I mean, it's obvious. I thought they're gonna go. The thing is, I thought they played today because I'm thinking like, okay, the draft on. So why would you do a game?
No, it was actually three. It was actually, I think, 3 games on last night.
Oh, see, I ain't even know, man. I would have watched some. I would watch some, but nah, I thought there wasn't no games on. I ain't even.
No, you probably wasn't because you were still gonna watch. Yeah, because I knew they was on, and I still watched the draft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I knew just because those games. So the 76ers beat the Knicks. Joel Embiid scored 50. Jalen Bronson had 39. Like it was you know what I'm saying, it was a game, but Embiid ended up with 50. They won by 11. The Sixers beat the Knicks by 11. And then yeah, and then the Magic got them a game. The Magic won by 40. 121 to 83. 38 or some shit like that. So the Magic they 2-1 with Cleveland.
Now with that Knicks series, in order for the Sixers to win, Embiid got to come up like that.
Yeah,
almost every game. If he don't come up like that, 76ers losing that series.
Yeah, the boy Benchiro or whatever. I'm gonna go back to the series you talking about, but I had already started looking. The boy Benchiro from Orlando had 31 and 14 last night. So that's Orlando played. Suggs had 24. They just played a well-balanced game throughout. And people like Donovan Mitchell had 13, and Garland had 5, and you know what I'm saying, Mobley had 10, only 2 rebounds.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think, and I know the crowd means something, but as a professional, is it that much of a difference?
On court?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, I mean, you can't put the ball in the basket when you go away?
Yeah, I don't know.
Does the crowd mean that much?
It must do. I understand exactly what you asking like that, but you see it so much. You know what I'm saying? Unless you Denver, who don't give a fuck where you play the Lakers at.
You can pay them motherfuckers in the backyard.
Yeah.
And they was in
LA. Obviously, they was in LA yesterday, so the crowd didn't make a difference. You know what I'm saying with them, but I guess so. I guess that's a real thing where home court advantage, I guess you get the boat of energy or whatever from your fan base. You know
I
what I'm
mean, I
saying?
get that part, but as an away team,
Right,
like that, it affects you that much. When you go from you score 20 some points a game, you know what I'm saying, 30 points a game, and then you get away, you score 13
right.
or you score
Yeah,
5 points, like it mean that much?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've always thought about that like that. I mean, I get it. Like I've never played in like a big crowd like that. You know what I'm saying? I've never played in arenas, a big crowd like that. But I'm just thinking like, man, do it mean that much?
Or is it? I can remember, like I remember we went to Manuka when I was in high school, and that was one of them towns where the whole town come out for
Yeah.
the game, and it's like the stadium just was crazy, just what I'm saying. So it is an intimidating factor. I guess when you on that level, I don't know if it still should be as a professional. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But when you on that level and you a kid and you walking into this environment and they shouting stuff and you know what I'm
Mm,
saying, and they give you a shitty locker room and you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like I think it affects you then as like I say as a kid, but I don't know if it should affect you that much as a professional. But
That's what I'm
obviously it
saying.
does. Obviously it does though, because why would home court advantage in the playoffs mean so much? Or why would, like you said, why would people's play increase or decline depending on whether they are at home or on the road if it really didn't matter? So evidently it must matter.
I mean, I think it should matter, obviously, but not that much though. Like, I mean, I look at it like if I'm averaging 25 points a game, right? And that's my average though. Like, bro, I'm still gonna at least put up 18 or 20, you know what I'm saying? Even if I'm away or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm just thinking as a professional, you know what I'm saying? I think my mindset would be like, I'm still gotta put up my numbers, you know what I'm saying? Like, but damn, you drop like damn near 20 points down from your average. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, do you think it has something to do with you being used to the rims because you play home here all the time? Do you think it's that?
I don't know. I mean, I
Because,
guess it could mean something. I don't know.
but I don't know
Cause
though, Nick, because the rims ain't got nothing to do with a football game, and they tell you the same thing with that. Or you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So
And you gotta think about it like this though, too. Before they play that game, they out there 2, 3 hours before the game even start, bro. Shooting and you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you gotta think about it like this. Even though it's pickup ball for us, bro, we come out 30 minutes before the game and get some shots up, and we good. If you a shooter, you gonna shoot them up. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, I don't know. I said I just a question because I
right,
just
I
think
feel you.
like, you know, mm,
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, that's a damn good question because obviously you see it's a thing.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You see it's a thing in all the sports. Obviously, you want to be home playing in front of your crowd, and like you say, it affects you a whole lot. Because look at what I just told you. Um, Cleveland been whooping Orlando. Cleveland been whooping Orlando. As soon as Orlando
mm,
get home, they beat them by 40.
yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying? Stuff like that.
yeah,
And that's the only reason that people are giving Phoenix hope. Okay, they got to go home.
yeah.
You
They
know what
gotta
I'm
go
saying?
home.
Like,
Yeah,
man, they at home. They can just win they two home games and then they whatever. So evidently, home court matters and it has to be factored in.
I mean, I mean, yeah, it matters. I mean, especially with having your home crowd and cheering you on stuff like that, give you that boost of energy. I just didn't think it's supposed to matter that much, but I mean, I guess so.
You
I
you
guess
even hear
so.
you even hear the athletes say, "Man, I was able to be home, sleep in my own bed." You know what I'm saying? Get a home
Yeah,
cooked meal and stuff like that. So you even heard them say shit like
yeah,
that. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So opposed to being cooped up in a hotel room, you know what I'm saying, on the road or whatever, I get the comfort of my own bed, my own living arrangements, my own meals that I want to eat, whatever like that. So I don't
yeah.
know. You know what I'm saying? So man, let us know what y'all think, man. I know when you first hear my take, and you know what I'm saying, or you first see the title, that they glorify role players or either empty calorie superstar. But wait till we dive in it, you hear what we got to say, man. Let me know what you think. Whether you agree, disagree, you know what I'm saying, like it, comment on it, and just let us know, man. We want the feedback, and we welcome the feedback when it come to it, man.
Hey,
So,
comment on BC's towel, nigga. What kind of towel is that on your
hey,
show, nigga?
look. So look, let me tell you something. It's a gray and white. I know my background blurry, but
Yeah.
blurred out. But it's a gray and white towel. So I got so let me show you. Well, Pop said on what you call it, you got to coordinate.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
So
Let me see this
I
nigga got.
got my pink and white Air Maxes. Pink and white Air Maxes.
Well, you keep you some 95s, boy.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite shoe. My
You
pink
keep
and
you
white
some
Air Maxes.
95s.
Great cargo pants, pink sweater, gray hat, gray tie. You know what I'm saying? Like Pop said, you got to coordinate. It's just got a print on it. Like, remember he opened his coat up and he got that print in
Yeah.
of the jacket, man. So that's what we got on. That's what we got going on here, man. Got some print to it
Oh shit.
for sure.
Oh
Bringing the
fuck.
business, baby.
All right.